I got a stat for you that I heard last night that really blew my mind. Because we talk about Jimmy Butler getting help, right? They still had a lot of assists last night. For the 100 shots that Luka Doncic has made in the playoffs, how many of them do you guess were assisted, Seth?
10%.
11.
11%?
11.
Yeah, I mean,
11 shots out of 100 that he's made were assisted for him. And that is such a telling stat as it relates to the Dallas Mavericks. Like, it requires Luka to do everything all the time because nobody's creating plays for Luka. Mm-hmm. And it's the same question you have for the Miami Heat, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo. When are you going to come to the table and play? Right? Both those guys have been struck. And same with the Dallas Mavericks. Jalen Brunson, Spencer Dinwiddie. You need something additive to combine with Luka to be in the game against a team that has such an offensive punch like the Golden State Warriors.
No, I agree with you. You know, one thing about the Heat game is I thought they came out early. 12 threes in the first quarter was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, they shot themselves out by just – that's so out of their character. Play downhill. I thought Golden State's defensive game plan was great. I thought it was great. Their point of pickup. And, people will say, what do you mean point of pickup? Well, where they actually picked up Luka, they picked him up right on the other side of half court, basically. Full court on the other side of half court. Why did they do that? All right, and all of a sudden now it's dribble 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's taking longer for him to get to his area of operation.
Oh, and by the way, Seth, that means you're initiating your play at 17, 18 on the shot clock as opposed to 22, 20. It makes a world of a difference.
Yeah, you can shrink the court a little bit more, and you saw a number of plays where Wiggins, and it's interesting. I thought that I was talking to some NBA people last night while watching the game, just bouncing stuff off him. It seemed like they were keeping him left a little bit, which I thought left is his step back. Mm-hmm. But they were keeping him left, and they were in those gaps, and they were active. Ball screens, they showed a second defender. They blitzed him. He usually keeps his dribble alive and basically goes in the other direction, and that's where those turnovers are coming. I mean, 7 turnovers. They're in those gaps. They're shrinking the court at the elbows. I thought the defensive game plan was great, and I think the other thing is you cannot – perfect storm. Dallas, you win in Game 7 on the road. You got to go play Golden State. The toughest preparation in the NBA because they play differently than anyone else. More assists, less isolations, less ball screens than anyone else if you combine those things. They play differently than anyone else. If you're not disciplined defensively off the ball, you're destroyed. And you're coming off a Game 7 win where you're euphoric and excited. That was a perfect storm because you can't prepare for Golden State. All that action they do off the ball, no one else does it.
Scissor cuts.
No one else plays that way.
Yep.
You have a 2-man game here. Usually on the other side, they might exchange. The Warriors, they're double staggering, curling, popping. Steph's driving a baseline, kicking it over his shoulder, and all of a sudden he's getting a wide pin down. They relocate and make plays differently than anyone else off the ball.
Yo, Coach, Jay talked about that 11%. And watching Luka throughout the playoffs, though, I think he a hot dog, me personally. I think he holds on to the ball way too long. And he's the one that's shooting the ball all the time and not giving the other guys the opportunity to even give it back to him. But correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, are they in the Western Conference Finals?
No, I understand that. But, no, there's no question about that. But Jay says
he's got a little heart in him. I mean, that's the way they play. He's ball dominant.
Yeah.
What I think he's got to do is, I didn't think he got paint touches. Now, part of it was Golden State. I think he's got to be, and I think it was, again, coming off Game 7. I just think human nature. You guys were great players, right? Freddie, I'm not sure if you were a great player.
No, not even close.
But, you guys were great players. You come off a huge win, get to the conference finals. Let me ask you something. Is there an emotional letdown in a way where you're a great player, you get to that point, but it's hard to unplug, plug back in, reboot, get ready for the Warriors on the road. I'm not a gambling guy, but to me, I look at that and I say, Mavs had no shot.
First off, I think the Mavs missed a lot of good-look threes.
Open looks.
In the first half. So they make some of those threes, you might have a different game before it gets blown out. But I'm curious, in your opinion, do you think we'll see Jason Kidd utilize Luka more at the pinch post? That means the elbow for people at home because that's what they were able to do against the Suns. And they had a lot of bully basketball and posting and targeting CP3. I'm surprised they didn't do that against Steph in Game 1.
Yeah, Steph or Jordan Poole. I think Jordan Poole is the weakest link. I could see them putting the ball in Jalen's hands and letting Jalen initiate and then getting it to Luka and letting him attack. I can see that. I think Jason Kidd's a great coach. I think he's a great coach. What he did defensively against the Suns, I think he's creative. I think he'll figure it out to play better. I just don't think they're better than the Warriors.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.